Straight to questions to kick it off here.
Okay, I won't take that long. Hey, Coach, I'm just noticing. So you guys have 5 days until your next game when you get back. What's the plan here? Do you plan to give them some time off, or what do you plan to do here?
After the game, I'm assuming we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the plan is to use our travel day as a travel day, give another day off, and then have 2 days in preparation for Washington. So can't give too many days off, but yes, give some time. And, sometimes we don't use a travel day as a full day, but that would be an entire day plus another day off.
Mm-hmm. And then are you like tired of being on the road, or is it a chance to, like there are times that some teams and some players and coaches will use this to kind of as a bonding type of a deal, like us against the world. And so this is, they'll look back and this is when we came together, or it's like, oh, this is when I got really sick of that person.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the business as far as just traveling on the road, but in particular this year is just a little bit different. Obviously spending more time in cities allows for that time, and it's different with COVID too, with the rules and protocols, but I think our team has done a really good job of just kind of staying the course, staying focused, and taking care of business. And for me, I just enjoy it, having time to just study the game, learn the game. There's some mental fatigue that comes along with these long road trips. But at the end of the day, you kind of think, what are you doing this for, and why you're doing it, and the purpose in that, and the passion in that. And that kind of brings it full circle to understand that to push you through the days that the fatigue is there.
Hey, I asked you this at the beginning of your trip, and so I'll ask you now towards the end. Do you prefer this format to where you do these sort of back-to-back tours sort of like this, or do you like the old format when if it was a 5-game road trip, it was 5 different trips?
Yeah, I think this format allows for a little bit less travel, and a little bit just more comfort in a way that you don't have to go to various cities. And you add in travel to the mix, and that brings another layer of fatigue, walking through airports, sitting, waiting for flights. So there is some benefit to having these games back to back. And obviously we talked about having a playoff type feel. You will go through this in postseason play. So just getting that feel early on, I think gives a lot of experience and knowledge and the things that we will probably hopefully see toward the end of the year.
Cool. I got 2 more, and then I will let Mr. Doug Feinberg hop in on here. Hey, just the keys for tonight would be what?
You alluded to it, just kind of it being the 5th game of a very long road trip. Our mental fortitude, our mental focus has to be strong and on point. Obviously, taking care of the rebounding. Indiana is a very good offensive rebounding team, and McCowan is a big culprit of that. So making sure we finish off plays, and then on the offensive end, understanding that, we're able to get a lot of shots that we like, to kind of have balance in our shot selection and get to the free throw line and continue to stay aggressive. We have 27 assists on 34 makes the other night. Continue to play team basketball and evolve defensively as well.
And I think the question that's on everybody's mind this week, are you Team Skylar or Team Jones?
I'm Team Seattle Storm.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
No problem.
And Doug, go ahead if you have some questions.
I mean, Percy just stole my question. 7 in a row. It steals my one question. I'll come up with something else. Obviously, it's easy to use coach speak right now and go that it's take every game one at a time and every opponent's challenging and such. But you're facing a team tonight that you had a relatively easy time with the other night, who's obviously struggling all over the place. How do you get your team motivated? And I know it's end of road trips, you say, that sort of thing. But honestly, how do you get a team motivated to know a team that on paper you should be able to handle okay tonight?
Yeah, and it's tough. Honestly, these games are tough because you think on paper that we need to be blowing them out, but if you really think about the personnel, they have good players, and so it becomes just our execution. And honestly, Doug, the motivation comes from within, like that standard that we talk about, that level that we talk about. You don't want it to waver, and so from a team standpoint, we have to be focused. We have to be sharp because, the motivation comes from us and how we perform and what we do and nothing else, honestly.
I caught the tail end of your answer on this, so I apologize if you answered already, but does it help at the end of a 5-game road trip that you're in the same city for the last 4 and 5 so that the legs may not be as tired on a Stewie or a Sue because you had a night in the hotel, 2 nights in a hotel in the same city as opposed to getting on a plane, traveling and showing up somewhere else tomorrow, so to speak?
Yeah, there is a lot of benefits in having stayed in a city and particularly on the end of a road trip. Also, if you think about our road trip in general, we haven't had to play extended minutes, which is also very good. That means, the players coming in and our rotations have held down the fort and done some really good things. But yes, I think the travel aspect of a road trip really comes into play. Sitting in airports, walking through airports, and the ability to be in Indiana for multiple days. There's a lot of benefits in that and comfort in that. And, we're about to go hit another time zone in a couple of days and having to adjust again. But there is something to say about not having to get up and get on a plane every other day.
So should I finish off with that question again? Are you team Skylar or team Skylar or team Jasmine? I mean,
I am team Seattle Storm, go WNBA. I am all for women's basketball.
I tried, Percy. I got no better luck. Coach, great luck tonight. All
All right,
right.
thank you so much.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Percy. See you after the game.